Welcome to English with Liane. Today, we're doing something a little different because I have reached 5,000 followers and subscribers here on YouTube. So I thought today we would do a practice exercise using some of the expressions that we have learned on my channel in my movies. So, as you can see right here, this is a list of expressions that we'll be using in today's exercise that we're going to do together. You'll be able to find exercises like this over on my Patreon if you want weekly exercises right on your computer that I've written that use the expressions in my videos. But today, let's go ahead and get started. When the mechanic showed up and told them that they had gotten themselves they tried to laugh about it, but they all knew he wasn't with his assessment. Now you can see your three options below. Go ahead and take a second to pick which one you think is the right answer. Feel free to pause the video while you look. If you are struggling with picking an answer, think about going to the links in the description below for all of the different lessons so that you are ready to keep going with me. But for now, let's go ahead and look at the correct answer. The correct answer to this is B. When the mechanic showed up and told them that they had gotten themselves in a pickle, they tried to laugh about it, but they all knew he wasn't off base with his assessment. If you need a little help understanding what that means, make sure to go down to the description below and watch the videos for in a pickle and off base. Now we're going to move on to question 2. Here is question 2. I know my cousin was just but he really Maybe I should change my major and study something else. Go ahead and pause the video if you need a moment. And our answer is A. I know my cousin was just playing devil's advocate, but he really took the wind out of my sails. Maybe I should change my major and study something else. Let's take a look at question 3. Sometimes it's impossible to with your siblings, especially when one of them is clearly What answer do you think is the right one? Take a quick look and pick which one you think is the best. Okay, the answer to this one is B. Sometimes it's impossible to get along with your siblings, especially when one of them is in the wrong. Question 4. It can be hard to when someone Take a look at the possible answers and pick your solution. It can be hard to hold back when someone makes your blood boil. That's right, answer A. Number 5. If I could for a second and ask you, what would you do if you didn't have to what do you think you'd do in this situation? Go ahead and pause the video if you need to take a moment to look at your possible answers. And the correct answer to this one is C. If I could play devil's advocate for a second and ask you, what would you do if you didn't have to play fair? What do you think you'd do in this situation? Remember that if you're finding this difficult to understand and you're confused about the expressions, I do have them all linked down below in the description. Our next question is question 6. You shouldn't let that If I were you, that would and make me try harder. Go ahead and pick your answer. Remember, you can always watch the videos in the description or pause this. And the answer is A. You shouldn't let that take the wind out of your sails. If I were you, that would make my blood boil and make me try harder. In this one, you might have been like, but B, you shouldn't let that hold you back? That could definitely work. But the second answer, that would be in the wrong. It just doesn't make sense here. So in this case, the answer is A. Here is number 7. I may be but it seems like you're Go ahead and pick your answer. And the answer to this one is A. I may be off base, but it seems like you're in a pickle. We have 2 more questions. Number 8. I wish everyone would and at work. Pause it if you need more time. But the answer is B. I wish everyone would get along and play fair at work. And finally, our last one, number 9. Trust me, she was You don't have to listen to anything she says. I don't want you to let her Okay, if you're not ready, pause it. Otherwise, the answer is C. Trust me, she was in the wrong. You don't have to listen to anything she says. I don't want you to let her hold you back. Those were our 9 exercises in this practice. Again, feel free to watch this video again or watch all of the linked lessons below. I'll also be linking my Patreon down below where you can get a new exercise every week. So every week on currently Mondays, I post 1 new exercise, and then later in the week, I post the answers. So you can see if you learned the expressions. So this is a great way to get extra practice after watching my videos. So good luck trying to use these different expressions in your daily life. I hope to see you over on Patreon. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments.